Caiden Cowger.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, I have something to tell you that's very interesting. Rick Tyler, the guy that I've complained about on air for quite some time, saying that he would be responsible for embarrassing Ted Cruz, and he already has. And I've also said on this program that if Ted Cruz ends up failing in this election, it'll be because of his horrible staff. Rick Tyler's been fired from the Cruz campaign, or asked to resign, which is basically the same thing. But anyway, what happened was that Rick Tyler tweeted out and was really pushing this video out there where he claimed that Marco Rubio stated in this video, and it had poor subtitles on it, poor transcript on it, claimed that Marco Rubio looked at a Cruz staffer and said, "Oh, good book there," pointed at the Bible that the Cruz staffer was reading. And he said, "Not many answers in it," is what they claim that Marco Rubio said. And here it turns out Marco Rubio never said that. Marco Rubio said that all the answers are in it, especially that one, pointed at one of the scriptures in the Bible. So that's what Rick Tyler tweeted out, that Marco Rubio said that there's not many answers in the Bible. Lying, just completely lying about Marco Rubio, and that's horrible. It's wrong. And he did, and I've said this, he did the same thing with Donald Trump, saying that Donald Trump at one point in time supported same-sex marriage when he never has. I mean, I remember when Donald Trump said back in 2009 during the Miss California controversy that he believed, along with his family, he believed marriage is between a man and a woman, and he's going to defend her, and she can remain in the pageant because he believes the same way. So, and he said this in 2000, back in the year 2000, come to think of it. And that was an interview back then. So, I mean, that he's really just been making Ted Cruz look horrible, like he's a liar. And that's what I've said. You need to get rid of him, get the bad apples out. And thankfully, Ted Cruz finally did that. But there's another thing that I found out that was very interesting, and I thought this thing, I'll tell you, it was huge when I first looked at this thing, and it to be honest with you, it still does show how careless Rick Tyler is. But so let me explain what happened yesterday, because this is something that a whole bunch of people were taking offense to, and I'm going to prove to you right now, I was not the one in error here. Okay, it was Rick Tyler. I went onto Rick Tyler's LinkedIn account, and I found where Rick Tyler stated that he worked for an organization called the Strategy Group. That's what it's called, the Strategy Group, okay? Well, anyway, when I hovered over the Strategy Group, I was thinking, okay, what company is this? I read the description that he had listed for the Strategy Group. And here's what the description reads, okay? Since 1989, no political direct mail firm in the Democratic Party has been more successful at winning elections at every level than the Strategy Group. The Strategy Group has been at the front lines electing Democrats from presidents and members of Congress to governors and local elected officials. We have been at the cutting edge of some of the most innovative public advocacy campaigns in the country. Our record of winning elections and shaping public opinion is tough to beat. That's the organization that he claimed that he worked for on his LinkedIn account. So when you go to his LinkedIn account and you see the little thing where it says associate, and then right under that it has the Strategy Group company, you click on that, it automatically goes to that other page. So when I saw this, it's like, oh my gosh, he's a Democratic insider. That's what this looks like anyway. So I reported that on my website, that according to Rick Tyler's LinkedIn account, he listed that he worked for a Democratic Party activism organization, which he did. And I released this article, and the first thing I did when I saw this thing, I contacted Jeff, my friend there at AFR, American Family Radio, and sent a message to Brian, and I said, you guys really need to look at this. I mean, because this is, it's like, what have I uncovered here? And I said, I just went right there on his LinkedIn. And then, I mean, because the article was out there, didn't take long for it to, of course, start getting criticism. But then there was this other guy, and Brian sent me a message saying, there's this guy who's this Republican strategist who is saying that he actually worked for this other organization that has a similar name. Actually, it's really the same name, the Strategy Group, except company is after it. But see, that's the thing. When I looked at it, that's exactly what it said. It linked to the. It still does, as a matter of fact. He still hasn't changed it. If you go there right now to Rick Tyler's LinkedIn account, it still has that he works for this liberal organization. So Rick Tyler listed that he worked for the wrong organization. And that's on his resume. Now, if you're trying to get somewhere in Republican politics, why would you list that you worked for a liberal organization, especially when you didn't? I mean, the guy's just careless. And that's what that shows. So, of course, I get all these messages and stuff, like from two people. There's a guy that I think one of the guys was the guy that Brian mentioned, and this other guy saying, Caiden Cowger's a liar. No, I'm not lying. I didn't lie. That's what he has on there. If you go there now, he has that he works for that liberal organization. But, I mean, guys, I tell you, if you can't, he's a communications director. His job is to work online and also to communicate, right? He can't even operate his LinkedIn account. I mean, that's very, very troubling to me. And, I think Ted Cruz is much better off not having him. I mean, when the guy can't simply, here's another thing, all right? Because on my LinkedIn account, I do not have a company page set up for the Caiden Cowger program, okay? I have one set up for, and there's not one set up for Junior Factor Nation either. There's one set up for Record Delta, which I write for, and there's another one set up for Cowger Nation Media. But as for the other two, I don't have anything. It's not linked, okay? And so I don't understand why he didn't just leave it blank, so when you click on it, it just doesn't do anything, rather than linking to the Democratic Party activism organization that it does. I mean, that just, doesn't make sense. Because if you're a politician out there and you're looking into possibly hiring Rick Tyler to be your communications director, and you see he works for a liberal organization, I doubt that's really, and on top of all that, it's a liberal organization that has assisted every Democratic presidential campaign since 1992. I mean, obviously, you're going to not want to hire them, I think, but I tell you, I don't know. The guy really, I think he's just not a very bright light bulb. I think he needs to just stay out of politics. And that's my own personal opinion, or maybe get a desk job that doesn't involve, anything in the public eye. But anyway, that's just what I found out there. So that was an interesting thing. That was my day yesterday. Oh boy. So that's what we have going on. But I tell you, guys, I am very glad to hear that Ted Cruz fired him and completely got rid of him, because he was doing nothing but hurting Ted Cruz's campaign. And, that really displayed leadership material on Ted Cruz's part. I mean, it did. It showed that he was able to make the decision, all right, you're going to leave because you're not good for me. You're going to leave, you're not good for my brand. You're not good for my company. So he got rid of him. And that's really the thing that I've been the most concerned about with Ted Cruz, because if he's not able to fire the people and doesn't have the heart to fire the people that is destroying his campaign, then he's going to do the same thing when he's in the presidency. But when Ted Cruz just made this decision, nope, you're gone, that was excellent. I'm very proud of Ted Cruz for doing that, and I think that was really a great display of leadership there. But, Rick Tyler, he needs to get a hold of himself. I don't know if he's doing the Brian Williams thing where he's saying he worked for all these organizations or what's going on, because I'm going to tell you something else. And this is another thing that's very interesting. With the other people, like with the people that were saying he worked for this other conservative organization, I went to the homepage. I used archive.org, and archive.org takes basically HTML screenshots or whatever, curls the pages, and then saves the page at a specific time, and it does this throughout the year of various websites. And basically, it saves okay, you can go back. I'll put it this way. You can go back and look at what a website looked like in 2004, okay? You can go in various periods of time, you can go to archive.org and find what that website said at a specific time on that date that you specify, okay? So I used archive.org to go back on this other website. What is it? It's what's the other website? It's it's for the other group that they claim that Rick Tyler was associated with. And when I went on this other website and I did a backtrace on it and went back to where it was, or where it had like listed all the team members of 2014 on the website, Rick Tyler wasn't there, and that was on the conservative website. His name was not listed. So I don't know why they didn't list him as being the vice president if he was, because, I mean, for an entire year, they never listed his name for an entire year. 1 year, 9 months is how long he was at this company, and his name never appeared on the website anywhere. And I don't understand that, because, I mean, I searched that thing, and it didn't say anything on the team page. And I looked at various dates, and all the dates of the media department that he claimed that he worked for, it did not list that he had any connection with them. So I guess people are just getting this from, I don't know, from his bio or something, but on the official website, I could not find anything. And that's the thing that's very important. So I don't know if I'm not going to say that he worked for this conservative organization. I'm not going to say that he worked for the liberal organization, because, quite frankly, I don't know, and I couldn't find anything that would indicate that he did on the official website that they sent me. So, yeah, so that's the thing there. Yeah, and I have the website pulled up right here, matter of fact, as I'm speaking to you now, and his name is not on there. And you guys can go and read our article on CowgerNation.com and search it for yourself. He is not listed on the team page. You have several of the other staff members listed on here from 2014, but you don't have him. You have the president that's listed on here, and I'll get you the name of him here in a second. But, guys, I tell you, I don't know. He's just really not good for Ted Cruz. See, Rick Tyler claimed that he worked for the strategy group, whatever organization it was, from May of 2013 to January of 2015. So a screenshot here is from February 5th of 2014, when Rick Tyler should have been working for that organization. And it has Caiden Cowger, who's the president, Greg Phelps, who's the senior media buyer and planner, and Kevin Baran, who's the digital strategist and media planner. Now, if we go here to October of 2015, which that's Rick Tyler wouldn't have been working for them, so that doesn't matter. But that's just from the middle of the year of 2014. So why wasn't Rick Tyler listed on that website? It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, guys, that's what I'm saying here. I don't know who he worked for. I don't really care. All I know is that on his LinkedIn account, he said that he worked for a liberal organization. Now, if he worked for that liberal organization, I don't know. If he didn't work for it, it's really not a good idea to put down that he did when he's involved in Republican politics, because, I mean, that's a red flag. So, I mean, that's just, I'm just saying what is in existence, guys. I'm not making any claims if he worked for him or not. If he did work for the liberal organization, that does explain quite a bit, and I went into detail in that article that I released on Cowger Nation what that would mean. And he was also responsible for raising C.J. Pearson. But another thing that I'm not going to rule out, this other organization that they're saying is this Republican organization that Rick Tyler allegedly worked for, they did work for John Kasich. John Kasich was one of their clients. They mainly work with establishment-type people, and that's just based upon what I've been seeing here, and I'll go back to their website just to confirm that, but they mainly work with establishment Republican candidates. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a shock to me if he was working for the Republican establishment attempting to take Cruz out, especially considering that they hate Cruz so much that they'd rather have Donald Trump in there rather than Ted Cruz. So I'm not ruling out that he wasn't deliberately trying to make Cruz look bad, okay, because he has been doing lie after lie. Lie after lie he's been pushing out there. So I'm not going to say if he's, completely innocent on this or not, and it's simply just a misquote on his resume that he's guilty of. I don't know. But all I know is that he has been lying repetitively for Ted Cruz's campaign, and he's really been making Ted Cruz look bad, and, it's good. Glad he's gone, but I wouldn't rule out that the guy is not working for the establishment at least. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying he does, not saying he doesn't, but, that's just what I found.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
Caiden Cowger.
Somebody had to say it.
J.P. Morgan is now holding a record 55 million ounces of silver. Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting another financial crisis, and over time, they're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. Silver is trading below its production costs and is predicted to double by 2020. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. If you find a better rate, they will easily match it just for you. Plus, their specialty is precious metals IRA rollovers for the ultimate in IRA security. Be one of the first 20 callers today to receive their free definitive gold guide, plus their exclusive A Sterling Time to Be Buying Silver report. They have an A-plus rating with a Better Business Bureau, so call the experts at Capital Gold Group now and see what investing in gold and silver can do for you. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Paraswabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is John Greenhut, the CEO of Paraswabs. And if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Paraswabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Paraswabs risk-free, call 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817.
First introduced in 2008, Paraswabs is a patented teeth whitening technology developed by dentist Martin Ginniger. Paraswabs is a 5-minute treatment to get teeth white without having to visit the dentist. The product uses clinically researched ingredients to reach between the enamel and break down the molecular bonds between positively charged stained molecules and the negatively charged surfaces. Teeth stained from coffee or tea have been found to be 2 shades whiter with one Paraswabs treatment. Paraswabs can be reached at 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. That is 1-800-678-4817. Once again, that is 1-800-678-4817. Paraswabs is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. 9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. InventHelp was established in 1984 and formed to assist new inventors with getting their products patented and sold in stores. Based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, InventHelp has been in business for over 30 years. The company offers assistance with submitting inventions or new product ideas to the industry, while also getting new products registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. InventHelp also has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and has been accredited since 1995. They can be reached at 1-800-352-1597. That's 1-800-352-1597. Once again, that's 1-800-352-1597. 1597.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. It's great to have you with us. So, according to Real Clear Politics, I was going to go over this last show, but I didn't have time. Real Clear Politics, Donald Trump won the South Carolina presidential primary, GOP primary, with 32.5% of the vote. Rubio was in second with 22.5%. And you had Ted Cruz that was in third with 22.3%, right behind Marco Rubio. Jeb Bush was at 7.8%. Kasich was at 7.6%. And Carson was at 7.2%. Trump had a 10-point lead above all them. And Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz really is coming down to the wire on that one. I wasn't sure who was going to get the second place position, but it's apparent that Marco Rubio got it. And you know, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you, all right? I really do not understand what the fascination is with Marco Rubio, all right? Because Marco Rubio is pro-amnesty, okay? I don't understand why people like Marco Rubio for that. Ted Cruz is a conservative. Donald Trump has a lot of conservative beliefs. I don't understand why people are just so open to Marco Rubio. And why there's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, we need he's a conservative too. When he's clearly stated multiple times that we have 12 million illegals here, we can't deport them all. Well, guess what that means? That means he wants to give those 12 million illegals citizenship. You give them citizenship, guess what happens? They vote Democrat. So, I mean, guys, it ticks me off. It really does. It aggravates me. Because Marco Rubio was part of the Gang of Eight bill. It was basically a replica of the Simpson-Mazzoli Act of 1986. And people are saying he's a conservative. Not to mention, on social issues, he is not all that, like with pro-life issues, yeah, he's okay. But when it comes to same-sex marriage, he believes that gay people are born gay. Explain how you can oppose same-sex marriage while also believing that homosexuality is innate. I don't understand that. I mean, good luck, not being recognized as a bigot when you believe that they're born that way. So, I don't understand how that one would work, but that's Marco Rubio. And, guys, the entire thing in this election, it really is just amazing to see how the various candidates are just, attacking each other. I've been disappointed that Ted Cruz and Donald Trump have been going after each other since they are the two candidates that really share the most common views. But, that's, I guess that's politics for you. Watch, they'll both, at the end of it, they'll run together. But anyway, Showbiz 411 reported something. This was on Drudge Report. Dick Van Dyke decided to endorse Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. This is Dick Van Dyke endorsing Bernie Sanders. Go ahead and listen to this. This is, and once again, this is from Showbiz 411.
Hi, Dick Van Dyke. I want to say something. In Bernie Sanders, I see a man saying that the emperor has no clothes, while everyone around him saying they insist they see clothes. Now, whether or not he makes it to the White House, I hope and pray that everyone hears the alarm he's sounding now. Maybe the last voice we ever hear. Thank you.
Maybe the last voice we ever hear. Speak for yourself, Dick Van Dyke. He's 90 years old. So yeah, his it probably will be the last voice he ever hears when it comes to presidential candidates. But no, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But anyway, that's unfortunate because I like Dick Van Dyke, and here he's endorsing socialism. Maybe it's maybe the mind isn't as good as it used to be. I don't really know what's going on there, but that's liberal Hollywood for you. Anyway, this is wonderful. You know how safe Chicago is with their anti-gun policies, right? Well, anyway, according to the Chicago Tribune, homicides in Chicago this year double same period last year. So according to the website, 4 homicides over the weekend and 2 more Monday morning pushed Chicago's homicide count so far this year to double the same period last year. The city has recorded at least 95 homicides since the first year, compared to 47 last year, according to the data kept by the Tribune. The city has also more than doubled the amount of people shot, about 420 this year, compared to 193 last year. 32 people were shot in Chicago. Yeah, oh my gosh. 32 people were shot in Chicago over the weekend. The youngest among them, a 3-year-old boy, shot in the leg in the Ingelwood neighborhood, something like that. The boy was shot as he played with a relative in the 5,600 block of South Wolcott Avenue on Saturday afternoon. He was taken to the Comner Children's Hospital where his condition was stabilized, so thank God the kid was okay. The police said the boy apparently was hit by a stray bullet fired in a gang fight. No one was reported in custody. I'm sorry, but Chicago is really just not a good place to be raising children. I would never raise a child, even if I was born there, which would sort of mean that I was raised there. I would never raise a kid in Chicago. Why would you do that? That you're just like, okay, son, we're going to start you off, and we're going to make sure that your life is doomed. We're going to make sure that you have it horrible. So, yeah, that I would not, like I said, I would definitely not raise a kid in Chicago. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. So let's see, what else do we have going on here? Oh, by the way, Ford Motor Company is working its way to having and releasing driverless cars. This is according to timescompany.uk. Ford is embarking on an investment splurge with the aim of launching a vehicle that will take over from the driver in traffic jams in what could be considered a big step towards the future of driverless cars. Our plan is to change the way the world moves, as Henry Ford did 113 years ago. Mark Fields, the chief executive of Ford, told the Times at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. He said that the company would treble its investment in driver assist automobiles and car technology as it pushed its vehicles towards a semi-autonomous. We'll put semi-automatic, make it sound like a firearm. I'm sorry, it's like fading out because you have to pay for the subscription, and I can't read that very well. Functions, so we'll say semi-auto functions that in turn will pave the way for fully drivable automatic vehicles. So that's what Ford's working on. They're working on self-driving automatic cars. Now, I don't know, because we did a report on that for school, and, I really just don't know about how I feel about that. I sort of like being in control of the car, being behind the wheel. Call me old-fashioned, but, that's just what I think. Oh, here's a nice thing. New York Post, woman killed boyfriend for spending too much time on Facebook. Oh, man. A British hairdresser was sentenced to life in prison last week after she plunged a knife into her boyfriend's heart. Oh, my gosh. Why did she do it? Because she felt that he spent too much time on Facebook. Goodness sakes. Terry Marie Palmer, 23, broke down to tears as she was convicted of 24-year-old Damon Searson's murder following a one-week trial where the details emerged about the fatal end of their rocky relationship, according to multiple reports. Moments before the killing, Palmer posted, he ticked me off on Facebook, completely blanking me out when I'm talking to him. So that's apparently what she posted right before she stabbed him in the heart. She regularly posted on the social media site about how Searson would ignore her while scrolling through Facebook messages on his phone. So that was enough to stab him in the heart. Way to go, Zuckerberg.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Caiden Cowger,
Somebody had to say it.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is John Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. And if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
Call 1-800-352-1597. That's 1-800-352-1597.
InventHelp was established in 1984 and formed to assist new inventors with getting their products patented and sold in stores. Based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, InventHelp has been in business for over 30 years. The company offers assistance with submitting inventions or new product ideas to the industry, while also getting new products registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. InventHelp also has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and has been accredited since 1995. They can be reached at 1-800-352-1597. That's 1-800-352-1597. Once again, that's 1-800-352-1597. 1597. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. First introduced in 2008, Power Swabs is a patented teeth whitening technology developed by dentist Martin Ginniger. Power Swabs is a 5-minute treatment to get teeth white without having to visit the dentist. The product uses clinically researched ingredients to reach between the enamel and break down the molecular bonds between positively charged stained molecules and the negatively charged surfaces. Teeth stained from coffee or tea have been found to be 2 shades whiter with one Power Swabs treatment. Power Swabs can be reached at 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. That is 1-800-678-4817. Once again, that is 1-800-678-4817. Power Swabs is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Great to have you with us. So, speaking of that, I think we talked sometime on the show about the rise of Facebook. Or no, we didn't. No, I didn't talk about this. Okay, I'll talk about it now. Facebook zombies. Speaking of Facebook, after we just talked about how this woman stabbed her boyfriend in the heart with a knife because he spent too much time on Facebook and just got life sentence in the UK. Let's see what we have here. Facebook zombies. The image above, and this is on theaverage.com by Rich McCormick. The image above showing, basically virtual reality, I guess, goggles or something, reveals that apparently there are going to be Facebook zombies before it's over with. Yeah, that's right. A billionaire Superman with a horrible grin striding straight past human drones, and that's they're talking about Mark Zuckerberg. Golden shines a light down on the man as he strides past his subjects, casting gloom toward a stage where he will accept their adulation. Later that night, he will pour across the vast network and read their praise. This was written by a nerd, so I don't know what this is saying. Except it's not from a sci-fi movie. It's from the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and the man is Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg. The picture that has been making its rounds through social media is a horrible cyberpunk future alarms, carefully put in place by everything from The Matrix to Momakorsky's manufacturing consent. The former uses the evil squad-bodied robots. I don't care about the movie. Tell me what's taking place in the picture. So I guess what's happening here is that people have these, I guess it's this virtual reality thing that Mark Zuckerberg is creating to where it's like these goggles that are on your face and you can like look around with friends and stuff. I don't really know. But you're spending your life in this virtual reality to where I guess you can look around and wearing these goggles, and I guess you see you just spend your life in virtual reality on Facebook. I don't know what he's doing, but that's all I know is that it's very creepy, and if you look at the picture, they look like a bunch of mindless robots. So that's not good. But that's what Zuckerberg is saying is going to be our future. People that are addicted to machines, which is really not all that, different from the present. Let's see. What else do we have going on here? Oh, yeah. White House says robots coming for low-wage jobs. That's from MarketWatch.com. It's intrusive that automation will take low-wage jobs, but the White House, in its annual economic report of the president, has broken down just how much that is so. There's an 83% chance that automation will take a job with every hourly wage below $20 an hour. A 31% chance automation will take a job with with an hourly wage between $20 and $40 an hour. Yeah, because there's an hourly wage. That makes sense. And just a 4% chance automation will take a job with an hourly wage above $40. The White House used the same data that underlines other research in the field of labor and robots to arrive at that conclusion. Well, no wonder, guys. Of course there's going to be robots that are going to be taking over low-wage jobs, because the White House has been instructing states and is also wanting to do this through Congress to increase the minimum wage, make the minimum wage higher. The White House said themselves that they want to see $15 minimum wage. That's what they want. Now, see, the thing is that these fast food companies are not going to pay their employees $15 an hour to flip a burger. So what are they going to do? They're going to replace the cashiers with machines and just have one person to make sure that everything's going correctly. And then behind the screen, of course, are going to be cooking. They're going to be flipping burgers, and they're going to be making, whatever the minimum wage would be. But to save on money, they're going to replace the cashiers with machines, with robots. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in fast food restaurants. So that's absolutely right. Low-wage jobs are going to be replaced by robots. That's not, a hard conclusion to make. And the reason for that, I think partially, one, of course, innovation triggers that. But another conclusion is that the White House has given, these fast food restaurants reasons to be looking at getting these automated systems, at getting these robots to take people's orders and everything, because they don't want to pay the minimum wage. So it's a lot cheaper just to pay a little bit of a electricity bill on these things and to pay the cost of, building these machines than paying a whole bunch of money to keep an employee hired at a restaurant. So no, I think it's really just the result partially of the Obama administration. So there's an 85% chance. Yeah, no kidding. Of course there's going to be an 85% chance. Companies have to save money any way that they possibly can, otherwise they go under. So, guys, that's what we have going on there. So, it's really it's just amazing to me to see what really just shocks Democrats is they really just don't know anything that they don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let's see what else is going on here. Joe Biden argued for delaying the Supreme Court picks in 1992. That's really wonderful. We have another thing here, and I'll get to that other article here in a second. But we have another thing here. Obama was joking about Justice Scalia's death. That was great. That's another article that we have here on Drudge. President Obama made a joke saying that, and listen to this, we'll go ahead and play it.
Be in the final year of your last term, working as hard as you can to get as much done as possible for the folks that you represent. Fixing roads, educating our children, helping people retrain, appointing judges, the usual stuff.
Appointing judges, the usual stuff. So, joking about how he has to replace Justice Scalia. So that's great humor, Mr. President. He's really just a jerk. I tell you, when he didn't wear a tie for the Scalia press conference that he held, that was very disrespectful. It really just revealed that he doesn't have any professionalism or any. He doesn't take on the presidency well. He's very unprofessional. He has destroyed all the dignity of the presidency. And then, to joke about Scalia's death, what kind of jerk are you? It's just like making Obama assassination jokes. You don't do it. All right, it's wrong. I don't care who it is. But anyway, and if you made Obama assassination jokes, I'd just like to say, yeah, what would happen? The Democrats would come at you, and they would hate you, and you'd probably end up with 2 Secret Service agents at your door. But hey, you joke about Scalia's death, ha 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 ha! That's so funny. Right. After the family loses a loved one, you joke about having to replace their father. That's wonderful, Mr. President. But anyway, Joe Biden argued for delaying the Supreme Court picks back in 1992, and that was back when you had President George H.W. Bush who was running against Bill Clinton. And according to the WashingtonExaminer.com, Biden walks back on 1992 blockade of Supreme Court nominees. Vice President Joe Biden argued on Monday that his objection to a Supreme Court nominee from President George H.W. Bush, so close in the election, should not be used by Republicans to justify blocking President Obama's attempt to replace the late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Biden noted that in 1992 he was referring to a hypothetical vacancy that had not occurred. Well, he still made that statement. Okay, doesn't really matter. In the same statement, critics are pointing to today, I urge the Senate and the White House to work together to overcome partisan differences to ensure the court functions as the Founding Fathers intended, he tweeted Monday evening. That remains my position today. Despite his attempt to walk back his comment from more than 20 years ago, Senate Republicans are using it as a shield now to criticize Obama. So it's very interesting.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight. Somebody had to say it.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Paraswabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is John Greenhut, the CEO of Paraswabs. And if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Paraswabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Paraswabs risk-free, call 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
Call 1-800-352-1597. That's 1-800-352-1597.
First introduced in 2008, Paraswabs is a patented teeth whitening technology developed by dentist Martin Ginniger. Paraswabs is a 5-minute treatment to get teeth white without having to visit the dentist. The product uses clinically researched ingredients to reach between the enamel and break down the molecular bonds between positively charged stained molecules and the negatively charged surfaces. Teeth stained from coffee or tea have been found to be 2 shades whiter with one Paraswabs treatment. Paraswabs can be reached at 1-800-678-4817. That's 1-800-678-4817. That is 1-800-678-4817. Once again, that is 1-800-678-4817. Paraswabs is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. InventHelp was established in 1984 and formed to assist new inventors with getting their products patented and sold in stores. Based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, InventHelp has been in business for over 30 years. The company offers assistance with submitting inventions or new product ideas to the industry, while also getting new products registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. InventHelp also has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and has been accredited since 1995. They can be reached at 1-800-352-1597. That's 1-800-352-1597. Once again, that's 1-800-352-1597. 1597.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. It is great to have you with us. So, here's the thing that we have going on now. You have Jeb Bush that dropped out of the election. He's gone now. And his campaign was really just an absolute embarrassment, to be honest with you. I'm very glad to hear that he's no longer running. But now, I guess, the establishment is just going to give their blessing to Marco Rubio, and he's the next guy in line for the throne. And see, so that's what's going on here. Jeb Bush stated, and he said this quite some time, he has to run against the base. That's what Rush Limbaugh was saying Jeb Bush's strategy was. You have to run against the base. That's what moderates have said all this time. That's basically what Jeb Bush ran on. He ran against the base, ran against conservatism. And then it turns out that he has $100 million out. He spent $100 million on his campaign, lost the primary, just did absolutely horribly, and he ran against the base. And Rush is absolutely right here. I mean, you don't run against the Republican base. I mean, when you alienate the voters, the ones who elect you into the office, who nominate you, that's very, very stupid. And Jeb Bush really just has ran a pathetic campaign. I mean, it started with his little phrase, "Please clap." He had to ask for applause because they didn't automatically do it because he had no energy. He really just didn't know what he was doing. He acted like he didn't want to be there. He was removed from a speaking position that he had at a Rotary Club, I believe. They hated him so much they wanted him to just go away. All right, you're done. We don't want to hear from you anymore. Thank you for giving your 5-minute speech. I mean, his campaign really was. It was just a complete embarrassment. So now he's gone, and that's what we have going on there. So another thing we have here is that this is trending on Twitter right now, that the Cruz campaign is under turmoil after firing aide over video. Now, see, here's the thing, all right? This really ticks me off because Ted Cruz made an absolutely excellent decision here. He fired Rick Tyler, who was saying repetitive lies about Donald Trump, repetitive lies about Marco Rubio. Well, now we have this thing here that's trending on Twitter where Politico is saying that the Cruz campaign is in turmoil after firing aide over video. And we go into this article on Politico here. And see, here's the thing. How is a Cruz campaign in turmoil? Okay, and this is another thing. Ted Cruz in turmoil as Rubio gathers steam. They're not in turmoil here, okay? Ted Cruz made an excellent decision. He got rid of the bad apple. He got rid of the one that was poison. He got rid of the guy that was spreading all the lies in his campaign. I mean, you know, I will also say that I don't believe that his other guy in command, what's his name? His name's Rose something. I forget what his name is. But anyway, he's Ted Cruz's right-hand man. He's not a good guy either. I mean, he was running another campaign for somebody else. I forget what it was. Okay, let me rephrase this, okay? I forget what the guy's name is that is Ted Cruz's right-hand guy. I think his name's Roe Wade or something like that. Roe versus Wade. I don't know what his name is. But anyway, Jeff Rowe, that's his name. He was running a campaign for this guy that was running for governor, and this was in Arkansas, I believe. And he ended up causing this guy's opponent to commit suicide because he started going after the guy's appearance. He started making him look bad. And this is Ted Cruz's right-hand man. And I just think it's very unfortunate, some of the people that have managed to work their way into Ted Cruz's staff. But you know, Rick Tyler was the main guy that was horrible, and I'm glad to see that he's gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.